Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy now? Who's your daddy now? Oh, it's Bojo's your daddy now. No, he is. He's your daddy now. Boris Johnson is your daddy. He's the man who's going to be wiping your bot with toilet paper. He's going to wipe the snivels. When you've got some little sniffles, he's going to wipe your nose. You little sniffles. This is a glorious day. Why? Because everyone's losing their shit. And deep down inside, I am a bit of a nihilist, and I'm just enjoying everyone just going OTT saying, "Oh my God, it's the worst day ever. This is the worst thing that's ever happened. Oh my God, this is the end. This is the end of democracy." And honestly, people are really losing it, just going crazy. Like it's Boris Johnson, for God's sake. Like, what's he gonna do? Probably because there'll be a hard Brexit or something. Like, who cares? Like, people sort of have a problem with, this wave of conservative leaders that we've had since they got back into power, quite a while ago now, isn't it? Look at who preceded them. Tony Blair. What did he do? He was a catalyst for the rising tensions across the world and terrorism. Increase in terrorism, 2 bloody wars. And then what did David Cameron and Theresa May do? I don't know, slash people's benefits, as far as I can see. Like, I look at the bigger picture type shit and go, okay, well, I know what I'd prefer to have. The thing is, like, if someone, this is great because, like, if someone had told you 5 years ago, 10 years ago definitely, and the Prime Minister would be Boris Johnson and the President of the United States of America would be Donald Trump, you'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? What have you been sniffing? Glue. I'm not sniffing powder, glue, actual glue, or that shit they do in, like, the literal shit that they do in, like, Kenya and that, when they sniff fermented shit. I think it's there they do, they ferment shit and sniff it to get high. Yeah, you've been sniffing that. That's what I'd say, if I knew the name of it. Like, yo, what have you been sniffing shit for? What's the matter with you? But it's happened. This is a golden age. This is a golden age that we have 2 comedy world leaders. Because Boris Johnson is just he's just a comedy world leader, isn't he? He's a comedy politician. I mean, he used to be the guy on Have I Got News for You? That was just a blundering, and everyone just brought him on because he was sort of adorably, he was just sort of, inept and adorable in that kind of way. But what's going to happen now is going to be super tedious, unfortunately. I remember when Theresa May came to power, I didn't even know who she was. I didn't hear her speak for like 6 months when she was Prime Minister. I didn't have a clue who the woman was. I was like, who is this woman? I have no idea. So, goddamn missus calling me during making a video, do you know? Where's the respect? I'll deal with that in a second. So I didn't even know who she was. So maybe it would have been better, if it was some nobody, one of those other ones that I don't have a clue who they are. If they became Prime Minister, I'd be like, oh, who's this? This will be interesting. I have no idea who they are. But Boris Johnson, this is going to be just lunacy. On a grand scale of lunacy. That's all I can say. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. It's just hilarious. And how upset people are is absolutely hilarious. It's just hilarious. Like, you just got to look at it like, fuck it. Just enjoy whatever it is. It's just going to be like, what? What's going on? What is going on? If we actually do get into some sort of conflict, that's when it's going to be like mental. You won't have, your cool, calm, composed Tony Blair going, and may God be with you. Or God bless us all, whatever he said when he, before he launched a massive airstrike across the Middle East. God knows, Boris Johnson would probably try to be like Churchill or something. I mean, it will be funny. A war would be funny under Boris Johnson. That's all I could say. It'd be hilarious. I mean, not for all the victims and the soldiers and shit. It's gonna be terrible, but you know, for the passing observer, I'm like, look at that. That's the way it's gonna be, man. It's gonna be funny shit. Like, this is, we're entering a world of comedy, but we're also entering a new age of tedium. Because if you think Trump derangement syndrome is like rampant, wait until Bojo derangement syndrome kicks in, because it's already been kicking in until the leadership contest. But obviously, you know, because in America they had the whole elections thing. The election cycle goes on for so fucking long in America. It's ridiculous. So there was a steady momentum with you know, the attacks on Trump and so forth, which you know, obviously a lot of them were he brought upon himself, but with Bojo, you know, it's only recent that this has all happened. You know, Theresa May only said she was going to resign, you know, not long ago. They haven't had a chance to go full-blown loony yet, but now he is Prime Minister. They're going to have to catch up. And the lunacy that's going to come out, I mean, Boris Johnson's a very easy target anyway, because I mean, he's going to make some gaffes. He'll say similar things like Trump does, going, oh, you know, because he just yaps on about things. He goes, I'm just going to say this, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. And probably a bit more savvy with his politics, maybe, but the lunatic train is coming. All kinds of shit. You know, I predict Russian collusion type stuff. All kinds of stuff. Illuminati, I don't know. I just predict a shit show of nonsense to come. That's what's going to happen. And you will not see the fucking end of it. You will not hear the end of it. Of Boris Johnson this, Boris Johnson that. The slurs and everything. It's going to be... Because when David Cameron was in power, you didn't... There was talk about David Cameron, but you didn't see much. But I do remember, you know, when I was on my bus, I didn't own the bus. When I was on the bus to work, I often go past like Parliament. I was going from South London to East London, and you know, there was always people outside 10 Downing Street protesting David Cameron. But you didn't really hear about it. It was a bit different. And it wasn't that long ago now. But wait until the media frenzy kicks up. Like all the left-wing media and it's just going to be lunacy. It's going to be absolute lunacy. I predict outrageous claims, outrageous conspiracy. That's what, because you've seen what's happened in America, like, and that's what we're in for now. We're in for it. We're not going to hear the end of it, and it's going to be very tiresome and annoying. And it's just going to be people repeating the same things over and over again. Owen Jones will be going, oh, we've got our own racist prime minister now. Like, all this stuff. Boris Johnson and the far right. Boris Johnson and the alt-right. Boris Johnson fist-fucked Pepe the Frog. God knows what. Boris Johnson secretly loves 4chan. Who knows what kind of lunacy is going to come out soon. But it's coming. Just get ready for it. Whether you like him or don't like him. What you won't like is how much people will talk about him. I couldn't give a fuck either way. But I will not entertain nonsense constantly going on about Boris Johnson. Okay, we've already had enough nonsense about Brexit and Donald Trump. We don't need extra nonsense to be talked about, distracting us from all the real bullshit that's going on. The proper bullshit, the bullshit that affects us, the bullshit that is the bullshit. You know, well, you know, we don't need any more smokescreen of nonsense because a wacky man is now Prime Minister. But that's what's going to happen. So just be ready for it and just ignore it because it's a fucking distraction. It's a distraction. I know I'm going a bit deep, like into conspiracy land or something like that, but like it's always like this though. This is the fucking problem. This is the problem, and that's all we're gonna get. It's gonna be full blown. And wait until the Brexit decision in October. It's gonna before the run up to that. Well, we're in the run up to that, isn't it? I mean, just strap yourselves in, put your fingers in your ears, close your eyes, or just do something better with your time. Read different news, look at others, see what's going on in the world, eh? See if there's something you can do to help other places in the world, and forget about the nonsense train that's about to slam over you and make you look like a very tired, squished pancake. But also revel in how people are losing their shit over Boris Johnson when, you know, it really isn't that bad, is it, really, in the grand scheme of things? You know, but then they go, no, you don't understand. It's like, you know, I'm out, man. I'm out. So, welcome to the real clown world, baby.